Well, as they say, take three. Hearing what you want them to say. That came to mind because I think I was almost scammed today. Ran into somebody at a bar and got to talking and made identification and familiarities. Okay, I'm a veteran, alright? So, that's what I mean by he identified himself as being in the military. Anyway, the point of it is, one thing led to another, and we talked about computers, and that I needed a power supply for this. He had this guy use my cell phone to call, and $17.50, and so I needed to go to my bank, and he went with me. I really didn't pay too much attention. It seemed like he went there too, and anyway, we went, and he came out and said that he needed to take $40 into the guy. And I'd been thinking, I don't know this guy too well, and that's exactly what I said to him. So he said, oh, I'd bring the guy out. And then, but then the time passes and nobody shows. Yeah, so. And I also had used my phone and looked at the dialed calls that he'd made. And it was a different phone number. It wasn't the one I'd made. And I'd stored it. And I made a call to it, and they didn't know anybody by that name, so. It's interesting that that thought came to mind. Hearing what you want them to say. That phrase saying goes the other way around, really. It is saying what they want you, saying what they want you to hear. And this is the reverse way around it. So I don't know if I was hearing what I wanted him to say, or he was saying what I wanted to hear. And actually, maybe the combination of the two, boy, that would have been disastrous. But the interesting thing is that this concept of we are all one has been very strange, because I'm beginning to think that, yeah, I'm getting a grasp of it. I guess that's a good way of saying it. A grasp of it, because it's scary, because how can I know your thoughts? Because I am you. You are me. We are we. Makes no sense, right? But the leap of faith, that little phrase, I think might apply very much to this situation. And of course, don't fall to your death, right? Yeah, don't fall to your death on this crazy idea. But sometimes you have to act as if. When you're trying out a new idea, I have found that it is possible, and it's possible to allow yourself, to let yourself believe in it. It's called pretend. Like when we were children, we would imagine and play pretend. Well, we've lost that, as we become adults. But this concept that I'm trying to say is reusing that idea, but only as a temporary thing. Give yourself permission to kind of believe in it, but don't get lost. You can come back. So I think that's very important, because you feel you will lose yourself, and so you put on the brakes and you stop the merging and awareness of us as ourselves. You see, I can understand, I think, a lot of what Ian's saying, and it's very complicated. It does sound very off the wall. Yet it's really the second time around, a lot of it, I understand he's using words that are very similar, like electricity. He says, I think electromagnetic spectrum, or light, but light, our thoughts are light. Well, our thoughts, they say, they're impulses on the purely biological level. They've been acknowledged to be the chemical synaptic connections and electrical discharges also there, so it is still all the same. But getting back to this situation where I was almost scammed, well, he was me. I put myself in that situation, but why did I do that? It's like I said before, maybe I haven't told you, for the experience of it. To experience the kind of disappointment and also the relief that I wasn't taken advantage of. But it's for having the experience, the feeling of it. I wonder what you're going to say about this one. Thank you.